Hey everybody, it's Jason here with the Suburban Adventures YouTube channel. I've got Cooper and I've got Tucker here with me, and today we are going to show you how to make sumac tea. Very refreshing. So we're going to take you on a little trip down to the creek, and we're going to show you what sumac is, how to identify sumac, how to pick it, and then how to turn it into tea or lemonade. Okay, you want to make sure that when you're picking anything wild like this, you want to make sure that you use multiple sources. Look up a couple of different sources to tell you, just so you make sure that you're picking the right thing. Okay, now the sumac that we're going to be picking is it's red berries, and it's not poisonous. I know a lot of people ask me, isn't that poisonous? There is a poisonous sumac that is little white berries, so it looks nothing like we're going to be picking. So we're going to go pick some sumac, and we're going to turn it into tea today. So here we are down at the creek that we come to, and we've got a little crawdad right there. Cooper usually lets them pinch him, the little ones. I wouldn't do that with a big guy. Trying to see if we can find any more crawdads. So this creek that we come to here is just a couple blocks from our house. Rode our bikes here. We usually come down here. There's little minnows in the creek. There's crawdads, as you saw. Sometimes it's been pretty dry this summer though, so it's not flowing too good. We got some rain the other day, so it's flowing a little bit more than it's been. So we're gonna look for some sumac. I see some right over there, if you can see it. I don't know if I can get to it though. Right up there. Yeah. Let's try down here. So I see some that's still nice and red. Once we get there, I'll show you what you're looking for. Oh, there's some right there. They're red.
I could pull down that branch and then you could just grab one of those big
Yeah. I don't know. Those don't look very red. Let's come down here and see. Okay, so this is sumac. If you see these red berries, first of all,
We got one, Daddy.
August is, oh, you got a big old crawdad there. Let's see, he's a big one. It's the first time we've seen crawdads down here. Oh, I don't know if I'd let him bite your finger. Yeah, oh, we found a cup too. Yeah. Put him in. Oh. It's the first time we've found crawdads down here in quite a while. It's been dry. This is the first time we've had any sort of water flowing down here. We got some rain, a pretty heavy thunderstorm 2 days ago, and so it's still flowing here. So, but anyway, this is the sumac. You can see the red berries right here. This cluster is not as big. There's some bigger ones up there that I'm gonna try and grab. See, there's some ones there. August is the good time too. Now this type of sumac is called the staghorn sumac. It's because if you look at the stems here, they're kind of furry. They almost look like deer antlers in the spring especially. So we want to grab a couple of these. They're easy to spot because you see they're in big red bunches. You can't miss it. And if you're anywhere we're in the Northeast here, and it's everywhere. Along creek beds, it's along the sides of highways. This time of year you see it. It's August here now. So I'm going to try and grab a couple of these. Those are pretty high up, so I'm going to try and bend one of those down, and we'll take them back. If you look at the leaves too, focus in on the leaves here. They almost look like mini palm tree leaves. So those are the leaves for identifying it. And then you can see these berries. They're red and they're furry and they're in bunches, and they grow just pretty much like straight up, like little cone shapes like that. That's actually a pretty good one. If you can harvest them before a heavy rain, that's also the best way to keep their flavor. They have a very acidic taste to them. It's very strong, stronger than lemons really. So that's why some people call it sumac lemonade or sumac tea. So I'm going to try and grab a couple of them and show you what they look like. And we'll put them in the bag and take them home. Sometimes they grow up pretty high, so we had to have Tucker had to grab some and bend some down here. So I'm just going to cut off a couple more. These are pretty good, pretty nice and red. So I'm just going to cut a couple more of those.
Daddy, do you want to try to go down there?
So here's another, this is a good example of it from a distance. It's pretty high. I mean, it's probably 8 to 10 feet up though. But you can see all the red berries in clumps, cone shaped, sticking right up. We're going to see if we can bend some of those down and get some of those big ones. We got a nice bag full here. Let's see the bag. We've got a bunch of them in there. That's probably enough, but these ones are nice and big and red, so see, we can grab them. Well, this is all pricker bushes right down at the base there, so we've got enough of them that we can go make some tea out of. So, but that's a good look at what you're looking for right there. All right, let's head back home. We'll finish showing how to make these. Okay, so we're back home here. Cooper's gonna dump these on the ground so we can just show you what the sumac looks like. Just dump them right on the driveway there. So there you go. You can basically see it's like a cone shape there. The berries are falling off them. We might have got them a couple days too late, especially after that heavy rain. So there's Grayson. He's a little buddy of ours.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel too. Yeah, we all have a YouTube channel.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get some water. So Cooper, go ahead and grab some water out of that.
We're gonna make a ton of lemonade, just to tell you. Whoa! And then I'm gonna chug this all, just to tell you, everybody.
All right, so we're gonna do a little less than a gallon. You want to make sure the water's cold, so let's go ahead and dump the water in there. All right. Make sure it's cold water. You don't want to use hot water. You don't want to use boiled water. This is water that we had in our refrigerator, okay?
And you don't want to use like hottish, coldish water.
Right. Otherwise known as lukewarm.
Use, like, really cold water.
Right. Okay, now you guys go ahead and grab those. Okay. So you're going to use some water, cold water, and then grab them and just chuck them in the water. You can use, we're going to put them all in there because you only really need to use about 3 or 4. And then once you float them in there, what we're going to do is we're going to just take them, just sort of crush them up with our hands, just sort of get the berries off them. And then once that's all set, you can see the water's starting to turn a little bit brown.
And they're a lot pokey.
Yeah, they're
yeah, pretty.
I think they're a little bit maybe past the rain we had a couple nights ago. I think sort of knocked a lot of the juice out of them. So once you have it like that, we're just going to let that soak. I've let it soak for as many as 5 or 6 hours. You really don't have to let it soak. You can just strain it and drink it like that. What we're going to do is we're going to let it soak for probably an hour and come back and show you what you do after that. Okay? So we'll come back after an hour and show you what we got. Alright, so I'm back here. It's been about an hour. I lost my helpers. You might be able to hear them playing around the corner. They're screaming. Which is the nice thing about living in the suburbs. There's usually kids around to play with. So I'm going to just take out these berries here. You can see I'm just going to dump them out first. Get the big chunks out. Once I got all those out, what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to strain it through a cloth here into the pitcher, and then we'll show you the end result here. So I'm just big pieces out. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and just sort of gently dump it in. It's going to strain out some of those bigger pieces, but the little pieces too. This is pretty dark too. It's darker than the last couple times. Just gonna get rid of this. Dump a little bit more in there. Okay, and this is what you're left with right here. You can kind of see It has a little bit of a reddish, brownish look to it. I think the fresher the berries are, the redder it looks. And now it's going to taste very similar to lemonade. It's actually more tart than lemonade. So you can drink it straight like this. I find it to be a little bit too tart. Or you can add sugar to taste. So that's what I usually do. And once you add sugar to it, it it gives it sort of almost tastes like a lemonade. It has sort of more of like an earthy taste to it than lemonade. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to add some sugar to it and drink it cool. So that is Sumac lemonade. I think it tastes more like Sumac tea, and that's how it's made. It's pretty simple, and it's pretty tasty too. So make sure that you click subscribe for more videos. I'm going to do some more how-to videos and more adventure videos, and so we'll see you next time.